Maranatha, my PBC family and friends. Pastor Brian within the Quick Bite, Living the Word. So today our words going to come from Matthew chapter 10, verse 24 through 26. I'm going to read to us real quickly here, then come back and talk to you about what's up on my heart in these passages, or in this passage. It says, "The disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. It is enough for the disciple that he be as his master, and the servant as his Lord. If they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, how much more shall they call them of his household? Fear them not, therefore, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, and hid that shall not be known." Now, of course, we can take from this the encouragement that basically, as you walk with the Lord and you serve your master, that people will begin to actually dislike you, call you Beelzebub, consider put you under a great amount of scrutiny, and act like, well, you're just judgmental, or you're just hateful, or you're just whatever the case may be. And remember, they did that with Jesus too. But what is more interesting to me this morning, and what actually stood out to me more this morning as I was thinking about this, is what we see here in verse 24 and the beginning of verse 25. It says, "The disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. It is enough for the disciple that he be as his master, and the servant as his Lord." What's interesting about this is that we as his disciples ought to be content with being his disciples. Not trying to be the Lord, if I can put it to you that way. Not trying to be the masters, if I can put it to you that way. It's interesting to me how many people will actually try to lord over the Lord to a certain extent. They'll be like, God, you need to. God, if you don't. God, if you, and they fill in the blank. And I hear people do it all the time. If God doesn't do this, or if God didn't do that, or if God da-da-da, they're trying to be the master instead of the disciple. They're trying to be the master instead of the servant. They're trying to be the Lord instead of the disciple. And this is the problem. We should be disciples. We should be, Lord, it's enough if I could just be like you, loving, kind, gracious, long-suffering, merciful. Lord, if I could be these things, it's enough for me. But so many times we're like, Lord, you've got to behave the way I want you to behave, instead of actually trying to conduct our behavior as the Lord would. So I hope this encourages today just to kind of examine for ourselves today. Are you trying to be the master of your own life, the master of your destiny, the Lord of your own life? Are you trying to lord over the Lord instead of actually submitting to the Lord and letting him be the master? So I hope this encourages you today. As always, remember, I love you, we love you, God loves you, and God's got this.